Okay, so a student asked what question number 10 is in section 4.2. Previous video, I just showed how to use the NPR on your calculator, but here it's a little bit of a straightforward question, almost a bit tricky when you think about it, but it does bring up an important idea that you can use for other questions. So, a 12-volume encyclopedia is to be placed on a shelf. How many incorrect arrangements are there? First of all, you've got 12 elements. Okay, 12 volumes of encyclopedias, they're all different. If you don't know what an encyclopedia is, ask your parents. Okay, they're like books, so you have to arrange 12 books. So obviously if you put one left or right or center, then the position of them is going to be important. Okay, so if you go over to here, the weird part I think is how many incorrect arrangements are there. How many correct arrangements is easy, right, when you think about it, because correct, of course, is going to be in order. So how many arrangements that are correct? One. How many arrangements are incorrect? Everything else. So the perspective you want to take with this is, we've got our 12 elements in 12 positions, okay? And then what you do from there is you can either use this problem solving strategy, which is a bit time consuming but very useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, all the way down to 2 and 1. Simplified is 12 factorial. Okay, and that's a nice way to do it if you want to. This is a really great strategy to use when you're changing things around or saying something can only go here and fixing things in place and stuff. So it's a good problem-solving strategy to use in general. But when you have 12 elements in 12 positions, it could just be 12 factorial. Or it could be 12 elements, okay, 12 positions, 12p12. Okay? Either way, that's going to come out to a fairly sizable number. The number that I have off the top of my head, I don't know, but many times when we do these things, I don't even really care what the final answer number is. You needed to figure out if you did it right in the back of the book. It's more about the how. So, to figure out, this is the number of correct arrangements. Oh, sorry, incorrect arrangements. This one's asking for the number of correct arrangements. Well, how do I do correct? Well, if I take all possibilities and I subtract the correct, that's going to be my number of incorrect. Well, what I'm looking for is correct. So if I'm looking for correct, similarly, it's going to be all of the possibilities. Okay? This actually isn't incorrect. This is all arrangements, both correct and incorrect. I take all of my possibilities and I subtract my correct possibilities, and I should get my actual number. All right? Now, in this situation, this is called the indirect method. If you were with me in class, I'd be able to explain it a little bit more and you use more examples, and there are some examples in your notes of the indirect method, where sometimes it's easier to figure out what it isn't, and then specifically, and then figure out all the ones in general, and then subtract the two of them to get what's left over. Kind of like if you had a classroom of people, okay, and you want to figure out how many people of them were not grade 11s, okay, then what you would do is you'd take the whole class and you'd subtract away the grade 11s, and then you would get the not grade 11s, which could be grade 12s, they could be victory lappers, they could be senior students, they could be anybody, grade 10s, I suppose. Okay? So that's sort of the perspective that you take, that indirect method. And it's really, really useful, especially if you're finding it difficult. Now, the thing that's not difficult about this one is, we've got, for all of the possibilities, we've got 12 factorial. Those are correct and incorrect arrangements. But there's only one correct arrangement. If you know about encyclopedias, they used to go like A, B, C, D, E. So obviously there's only one correct arrangement for those in order, and that's it. Okay? So as a result, you get a particular number. And as I said, the number that's in here, check it out in the back of your book, because I didn't take the time to take my calculator out to figure out what that number is. Okay? But 12 factorial minus 1, and you should get the correct answer in the back. Okay, so check that out. Hopefully that works out for you. We'll see you later.